In this example, we're going to use a mesh analysis to find V0 for circuits with dependent sources. We'll first treat as a problem with only dependent source for loop equations, then add equations for the control variables. And in this example, since this current source depends on Vx, so Vx, that is our control variable. So Vx will be written in terms of the loop current that we defined. So let's look at this problem. Step 1, define the mesh current. I'll define this as a mesh current I1. So normally I like to start with the ones that are given. So at least to make sure that I get some partial credit. The second one, since this is also a current source, so I would like to define this as my second mesh current. Then this will be my third mesh current. The second step is to write loop equations. So for the first loop, that's straightforward. That's giving I1 that is equal to 60 milliamp. For the second mesh, I2 that is also given by this current source. For the value that is Vx over 4. We remember that we are using the unit of volt, kilo ohm, and a milliamp. For the mesh 3, we have 2 plus 4 plus 4 times I3 minus the share of 2 kilo ohm with the mesh current I2 minus the shared 4 kilo ohm with mesh current I1 that is equal to 0. Since we have 4 unknown because of this control variable Vx, so we need to write the control variable equation. The control variable, we can get a Vx from Ohm's law. Vx is that is 4 kilo ohm times the current going through that using passive sign convention. So that is I1 minus I3. Now we have 4 equations with 4 unknowns. Step 3 can be solve equations. We can find I1 that is equal to 3 milliamp, I2 that is equal to 6 milliamp, and I3 that is equal to 3 milliamp. So step 4 is to get the conclusion. We get V0 by using Ohm's law. 4 kilo ohm times the current I3 that give us 12 volts.